Hi there, Aquarius. This is Carrie at wooingnature.life, and this is your video for February. February is most of the time we've associated not only with Black History, but we also associate it with Valentine's Day. I have not done a Valentine's Day reading because I will be honest with you, I don't do the Valentine's Day thing, but I know that there are people on the line who may want to just see what's going on in their love world. So we're going to take that time out to do that today, and we're going to focus on your love. Okay, so I have a few decks here, so I'm not going to announce them this time because I'm going to go with the flow as to how we're going to approach your love reading, Aquarius, for February. So we'll just be open as to how that needs to happen. Okay. Right now, I'm feeling like I want to go ahead and look at the people that are around you. So let's go ahead and go to the Spirit Animal Oracle. Spirit Animal Oracle. I always like to look at people like the animals because you know what? They can be. For those of you who would like to take the deeper dive, that is when we take the cards and we really look at all aspects of yourself, physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual. We also do a deeper reading that goes into where you may have weak areas, where you may be weak, how you can strengthen certain aspects of your person, of your being, what you may need as far as spiritual guidance. It can also be physical as well. Sometimes the readings bring up that people need to work on their diet. Sometimes it'll bring up that, you know, you need to deal with a relationship issue or an emotional issue. So it's a way for you to really understand what's going on and what's most important right now for you to be focused on. Okay. All right, so let's look at the people that are around you, Aquarius, and we'll just freestyle it here. So whatever comes up. All right, so we got some star people out here. That's your star seed people, your star seed types. These are also people who shine in a room. Those are your star people. Most of the time, star people are usually good-natured. I'm going to say they're good-natured, okay? They could also be water signs, water people associated with the water. What's significant about the starfish, though, is that it can regenerate. So the energy of regeneration. That's why I said the star seed. If you are connected in that way, or you are understanding of that concept or principle, associated with the star seeds, or you understand yourself as a star being, then you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. So you're really focusing on the regenerative effects of the relationship. Okay, so these are people, when you connect with them, the effect is regenerative in nature. It's not depreciative in nature, and you'll know the difference because sometimes you get with people and they will drain you out. Okay, and then there's other people you connect with them and it's healing in nature, or it restores you, or it lifts you. So any and all of that is what we're talking about right now. And those are the people that you need to be relating to. Those are the people who you need to be connecting to. These are not bad people to be around, is what I'm saying to you. Okay? As far as relationships go. All right, any other people, persons, or people that Aquarians need to be aware of? Somebody wants to come out, but they just don't want to come out. I don't know. You got people hiding, lurking in the bushes. What's going on with Aquarius people? Okay, there we go. There we go. All right, so we've got some wasp spirits around you. Wasp spirits are very interesting. I suggest with all of these that come up make sure that you go and read up about the animal, because something about the animal is going to resonate with you, or it's going to really speak to you. You can go to the spiritual sites like where it has like the animal speaks or something like that. You can do that too. But for me, I think the best way to approach any kind of spirit animal is to understand the animal itself in its natural habitat. So National Geographic, anything that will tell you about this animal will help you understand the people that are around you that may be wasp spirits. Now, wasps are protective of their territory. Okay, they're protective of their territory. A lot of times they may get a bad rap because, of course, you don't want to be stung by one. No, you do not, because the sting is serious. Okay, you don't want to be around a wasp nest, as we say down in the South. Okay, but what you know is that they are protecting their territory. So you may be around, you yourself, Aquarius, might be protecting your territory, and you may be a little waspy. Okay, but then there's a, and that's a whole nother word sound there, so I'm gonna let y'all work with that. Okay. Okay. But the other thing is that if you are around people that seem to have a bite, know that that's what they're doing. They're feeling like they need to protect their territory or your territory. Okay? So that's another group of people that you want to pay attention to. And then we've got the flamingos. To me, the flamingos are very showy people. Some of these star people might also be flamingo people, but flamingos definitely stand out. My understanding is that their coloring comes from what they eat. And so it may be that you're around people who are watching their weight or watching what they're eating, or they're, aware of what they're eating. Again, go and look at the animal itself and find out what you can about it, because it may resonate more with you than others, or that part of it may resonate more than others. I'm looking at the number science on these. The one that's standing out for me here is 64. Breaks down to a 1 on the wasp. So those are the ones you might want to pay attention to the most. All right, anybody else for Aquarius? No, that's it. All right, so those are the folks that you are relating to, or that you are in relationship with, okay? And looking at this card intuitively, I keep going back to the wasp. I feel like for whatever reasons they ended up in the middle, so there's a central focus there. Also, the number 64 is a 1. That's also an area of focus. But what I'm seeing behind this is that there is it looks like a flower of life sphere behind it, which represents for those people who are associated with the star nations or the star children. You will understand that as being a pod, or being a home, or being an understanding of yourself. I think that it's interesting that this wasp energy is over this sphere. I see this as being a cipher in the back. Whatever your cipher is, your pod, your tribe, your crew, the people that you hang with, that you connect with. I'm seeing that there is a need to protect that space around where you all are, and I don't know who the wasp people are among you, but they need to be activated for that reason. It's a form of protection. Okay, and with the star people, the star energy people, I'm seeing growth happening around you. So this is very much Aquarius. This is actually your area, because you are an 11th house. You rule the 11th house, which is social. And so what I'm seeing here is a lot of social connections. I'm not so much in terms of love, talking about a love reading. I'm seeing where this love is being extended in a very much broader perspective than maybe you're thinking about. But these star people that you're connecting with are also, these are together. These are together. This is the protectors or the protective energy around your cipher. And then these are those individuals that are in the cipher that are connecting. This is like, I mean, this is like some cosmic shit here. It really is. It really is. So it's an expansion, is what I'm saying. You know, we've been talking about ascension. Everybody had to make the ascension process, you know, all of that. Well, now it's an expansion. So wherever you ascended to, now you're at that point, and then it's an expansion from there. And they're just telling me to protect it. To protect it. And to be protective of it. Okay. The best way to be protective of a cipher, of a space, and then for some people this might be very small. This doesn't have to be big, you know, like a whole lot of people is what I'm saying. But it is on a social, this is on a social level. I think these flamingo spirits are like some very, this is separate, okay? This could be people that are around you that are very like showy or not showy, but flamboyant. That's what I keep getting, is flamboyant. These are flamboyant natured people here. They also may be a part of this whole picture, okay? But for some reason, I'm seeing that as something different, seeing something separate. All right, so sociability, social dynamics in February are a focus for you all. All right, I'm going to go a little deeper. I don't always pull out Carolyn Myss because Carolyn Myss, whew, you got to be ready for her with these archetypes. So again, looking at people, looking at energies around Aquarius in the month of February. It could be your own energy also. How you're operating, we'll see what the spirits have to say about that. This is the first time I've used the animals and the archetypes together too. That's a lot of things. It's a lot of people. But you're going to be dealing with a lot of people, Aquarius, in February. So, and it doesn't matter how you're connecting and how you get together. Because again, y'all are star people, star energy people connect on different levels. They don't just connect physically. They connect on a spiritual level, an energetic level. So like, don't get stuck on like what that is in terms of gathering together. I know people are still on restrictions and that kind of thing. So gatherings can happen in any way. But the main thing is the connection, who you're connecting to, energetically who you're connecting to. All right. All right, so we got Judge, balancing justice and compassion, managing the fair distribution of power. So I feel like this is the position that you may be in. It's not so much about judging somebody or having to make, well, no, I think it is about having to make decisions for you. It is going to be about making decisions for you. Okay, so when you're in this position, Aquarius, in relationship to these social dynamics, these social, the wasp and the, you know, what we just said, the wasp and the flamingos and the starfish people. You're really in a position to make decisions about what goes on there. So that's the other thing that you need to pay attention to. And what you're going to have to work on is being fair about it, because Aquarius, you want to be the social, you want to just matriculate between the people. That's what Aquarius likes to do. But in this situation right now, you're having to be more, you're going to have to take a step back off the group, observe the group, and then manage the group for some of you. And so being fair is going to be very important for some of you. Some of you, this is happening in your work life. But for some of you, this is your tribe. This is your group, the people that you are in social interactions with. These social circles that you're in are very important. It could be your social circle, could be your work circle. Your social circle could not be that. So you gotta, when I'm saying this, you gotta think about where your tribe, where your clan, where your crew, the people that you connect with. I can't stress that enough, because sometimes people get lost like in the illusion that, oh, well, this is my tribe because I work with them. Not necessarily so. These are the people that have your back. These are the people who help push you forward. They may not be in your same work circle. They may be. It could be your family, anything like that. But either way it goes, it's about managing and being fair in how you really distribute your energy among the people. That's really what it's about. Not bad. I've seen Carol and Myss go there on people, okay? And I'm like, whoa, okay. Okay. Truth, though. Can't be mad about the truth. Anything else for? Okay. All right, so we've got the Avenger. The Avenger. Not a bad energy to deal with. In the light, it says desire to balance the scales. There again, balancing, justice, righteousness on behalf of society or on behalf of oneself. Now, Aquarius, what's going to happen more than likely is somewhere where things needed to have been balanced for you, you're going to find yourself wanting or needing to help other people balance that same thing for themselves. So that's probably why you've been drawn to this, to the people that you've been drawn to your starseed, to your folks. Okay. And so this is the position that you're holding. Okay. It's a powerful position. The thing to guard against, I'm going to say, is doing the most. You know what I'm saying? You have to listen in this situation. You have to really listen. And the listening is what's going to help you be, well, it's going to help you manage what's there, what you're seeing, who's connecting. Because these are powerful circles. We're talking about star people. You know, we're talking about Merkabas. We're talking about, or Merkabas. Some people call them Merkabas. We call them Merkabas. These are powerful connections. And so, like I said, 2021, it's not playtime anymore. So, you know, yeah, these people that you may have been drinking with, but, you know, there may be some powerful minds among you that need to be connected, and there's greater works to be done. Remember when I said it's an expansion? So the main thing is not to, like the Avenger part, you're going to have to be mindful of, and because sometimes we can get the feeling that we're here, I come to save the day, and it may not be about that. You've got to listen to your crew. I'm going to say that's the biggest admonition I can give you for dealing with the people around you. Well, this is a big love reading right here for you. This is big love. And I ain't talking about sister wives. Anything else for Aquarius? Month of February. Okay. All righty. Yep. So you're going to be working on some, this is inner work. It's really inner work, but it's being done through the outer. The main thing is to continue to heal yourself, continue to heal whatever you had to fight for yourself or on behalf of yourself about. Deal with that, because again, you don't want to overdo it. Okay, when you're dealing with people, because you can very quickly, you know, get the gavel. All right. All right. So I'm going to go to the tarot. See what the tarot has to say. Could be about this, could be about your community, but could also be something else. It just depends on what the spirits say. I'm being open today, very open today, because whatever Aquarians need to know about, that's what they need to know about in the month of February. Okay? All right, so I'm going to close the deal on the animal spirits and the archetypes, and we're going to go to the next thing. All right, who wants to talk to Aquarius today? I think Tarot of 1001 Nights. I'm going to play with them. Let's see what's going on with Aquarius. Tarot portion is where I go into the detailing. I like tarot for detailing. Details for Aquarius for the month of February. We're talking about love today. Love in all its many splendors. In all its glorious splendor. Love for Aquarius. Well, they just want a lot of shuffling. Okay. Every time I try to turn them loose, they bring me right on back. Okay. No problem. All right. There we go. All right, Aquarius. Appreciate it. All right. First off at the bat, we've got the Knave or the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands. So, kind of dry in the love portion. That's what I'm saying here. Kind of dry. That's because, you know, you got your mind wrapped around. You got your mind wrapped up around something that you don't probably need to have your mind wrapped up around. Okay? You're thinking about the past. You're thinking about how things, you know, what you're leaving behind. Something to that effect. For some of you, I'm seeing some anger. You're angry about it. I'm seeing that, right? So you're kind of forging out on your own. You're leaving something behind. Relationship-wise, yep, I'm seeing that here too. We've got the Ace of Swords coming in reverse. And the upright is two people, and they are, you know, exchanging ideas and, you know, in their own world and all of that. So that isn't happening anymore for some of you out there. And that's why you've moved on. Okay? Or are moving on, or you're thinking of moving on. Okay? That might be why some of your minds are wrapped up around it. Okay? All right, whatever it is with this 10, this is the 10 of Wands. 10 of Wands in reverse. This is whatever it is that you thought it was going to be wasn't, and that became difficult. That became difficult. Of course it became difficult because you can't handle all of that. You couldn't handle that. That was too big for you. Whatever was going on was too big for you to handle all by yourself. You probably may have needed a team, okay? Because this is about burdens. This is the 10 of Wands. It's about burdens. It's about hanging on to or trying to shoulder the load. And shouldering the load 9 times out of 10, when you shoulder a load of this kind, we're talking about a 10, that's all the way, that's as far as you can go. It's not going to work. You can't do that. More than likely, if you feel like you're shouldering a whole lot, you're shouldering somebody else's shit. It's not your own, because his yoke is easy and his burden is light. So whatever he's given for you to do, the yoke should be easy and the burden should be light. So if the burden is heavy, then that means you're probably carrying somebody else's stuff or trying to carry somebody else's stuff, but you're moving on beyond that. Got a lot of reversals here, so that's letting me know that this is something you've thought about. This is something you feel like you need to move on from. Some of you have already moved on. Some of you are still thinking about moving on, but you're pretty sure that that's that. Okay. I'm seeing here with the Devil that there's probably some fears, some imagined fears that you have. There are things that you're that you kind of made up in your own mind that you could be afraid of as far as making this move. For some of you, this has probably been on your mind for a long time. Okay. But you do have to move on. You do have to get beyond the fear, whatever the fear is around it, okay? Or the difficulty, or the thing that was, just, clouding you. You do want to get past that. That's very significant. I'm seeing here with the Eight of Swords and the Two of Chalices that there is going to be an opportunity for a new relationship. There is a new relationship budding or coming into view. Could be somebody from the past. I'm seeing here with this 8, you know, coming out of the box or whatever. It looks like, you know, coming from another place, okay? But I do see you being able to make a connection with somebody. This is on not only on a you know, it's not just physical, it's a connection, okay? I'm seeing that with the Two of Chalices. That's always relationship connections of some sort. This is going to be fruitful, and I'm also seeing the presence of the water deities, Yemaya in specific. So if those of you who connect to that teaching, I'm seeing Yemaya, La Baleine, La Sirene, any of those water deities or water spirits are connected to this connection. So what that means for me is that that one, that this is being spiritually guided, and two, that this is about you being able to make an emotional connection or making a spiritual connection with someone, that's going to be important for you coming up as you're moving out of this other one. Okay, but you still got to work on, you know, any kind of fears, any kind of like concerns moving forward, anything that from the past that you may be dealing with, deal with that first. You got to deal with that part first. Can't stress that enough. Like, don't go hop skipping in a way into something else. Go deal with the pain, deal with the fears, deal with all that first. It's very important. All right, any other cards for Aquarius and love for the month of February? Okay, Aquarius, that's it. Nope. No. Get past the illusions. All right, Aquarius, I appreciate you all. This has been your video for February 2021. I'm going to get it together after a while. It's a little early in the morning, but that's okay. If you would like to get a deeper dive, if you would like to do the deeper dive, as I said before, you can reach out to me at Kerri, Kerri, at wooingnature.life. If you'd like to get a love reading, let me know. Those are things that are not on the website. The website is wooingnature.life. Those things are not on the website, but those are available through Facebook. If you book through Facebook or one of the other sites, then you can do that there. All right. As always, I hope you have a great February, and I hope you're having a fabulous life.